Morning, El Camino. It's Pastor Bruce. I spent this past week overseeding my lawn. And I had to cut it, mow it, and then scalp it, and used the tiller on it to dig up the roots, and it was kind of an all-day project. And finally got it all up, and threw down seed, and got the water on, and we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I put down quite a bit of seed. We'll see what comes up. It's that time of year. Matthew chapter 13 talks about sowing seed. And he describes where he says, you sow the seed, and sometimes you throw the seed on the path. And if you throw seed down on the path, and pretty soon the birds just snap it up, and it doesn't really bear any fruit. Nothing happens. It says sometimes you throw it on the rocky ground. We got rocks over here, and you could throw the seed down on the rocks, and it says if you do that, well, it just ends up, it's shallow ground, right? And so it sprouts up quickly, but there's not really much soil there, and so it just kind of dies out. It says, well, you can throw it among some area where you get in the thorns, and stuff grows up, and the weeds grow up, and they choke it out, and it's unproductive. It's the funny thing about weeds. Weeds will grow anywhere. You think there is no dirt here. This stuff, I don't know what you call it. I call it spurge. And this stuff, you don't have to water it. You don't have to do anything to it. It's going to grow even on a brick, because that's a weed. That's what weeds do. They grow up, they choke stuff out, they make a mess, they get rid of your grass. It's no good. And the only way to get rid of it, well, you can poison it, and you can pull it up, and you can do whatever. And this spurge stuff, it's almost impossible to get rid of. I got it all over the place trying to get rid of it. Matthew 13 says, but then you throw some seed on the good soil, and you water it, and you throw down the seed, and you take care of it, and it produces fruit. It flowers, it grows, it becomes a tree. We're sowing seed as a church in our community. It doesn't always happen fast. Sometimes you throw it down and it ends up on the path, it ends up in the rocks, it ends up just in thorns and weeds, and sometimes it just doesn't produce quite the way you think it will. But sooner or later, you patient, you keep sowing, and it falls on good soil, and it produces fruit. Matthew 13 says sometimes it produces 100-fold, sometimes 60-fold, sometimes 30-fold. But it will produce fruit. I encourage you, church. Keep sowing the seed. Keep investing in your community, in your family, with your neighbors, at work. Just keep sowing. Sooner or later, it finds good soil and produces. See you soon, church. Bye.